1981 in Garden Grove, California. In 1989, Troy and his family moved to 10 Mill, Oregon, where he would live with his uncle's family. Football was a family thing for Troy. He became very interested in exploring his Samoan culture.
When we were walking around Samoa recently, we kept hearing about Fa'a Samoa, the Samoan way. What is that?
The Samoan way, I believe, is something that's experienced in your everyday life growing up in Samoa, and that is these virtues of humility, of respect, of loyalty, of the qualities that as an athlete make you successful, as a human being make you admirable.
Why is it that Samoans seem to make such terrific football players?
Well, for centuries, Samoan people were very proud warrior people. Through time, I think that has changed, though. I think football has allowed us to experience that, successfully experience that warrior mentality.
In a safer way?
In a safer way, yes.
With at least some rules?
Some guidelines, yeah.
You think that football allows you to carry out your Samoan heritage. It's an outlet for that.
It is. And it's a voice for our Samoan heritage, and not in interviews, but in how we hit people, in how we run, and how we carry ourselves on the football field. That warrior mentality is a warrior action on the football field. And that's where our voice is heard. But we play the game with the respect and with the humility and with the pride of our culture.
Troy was raised in a large extended family that included his uncle Kennedy Polar, a former running back for the Cleveland Browns. His cousin Nick Lau played football for the Dallas Cowboys. Troy enrolled in Douglas High School in 1994 and became the star of the school's football, basketball, and baseball team. Football was Troy's first love, and at 5'10" and 180 pounds, major Division I programs wanted him. In 1996, the Douglas Trojans went undefeated, and Troy was named the league's Offensive Player of the Year. He signed with USC and joined several Polynesian groups to learn about his native culture and language. In 2000, Troy started all 12 games as strong safety. He led the team in tackles and was an honorable mention in the All-Pac-10. In his junior year in 2001, Troy was voted a team captain and was named first-team All-American. As a senior, he was named the strongest, as becoming one of the top defensive backs in the nation, repeating all first-team All-American. In the 2003 NFL Draft, Troy was drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers in the first round as a 16 overall pick. His rookie year was a learning year for him. He watched endless hours of film and played very minimal time. Troy continued to be a fierce player in the next two seasons. In the 2005 season, Pittsburgh snagged the wild card berth. They would go on to beat the Bengals, edge out a win against the Colts, and beat the Broncos in the AFC Championship game. It was Pittsburgh's first Super Bowl appearance in 10 years, and an exciting opportunity was awaiting Troy. The Steelers will be playing the Seattle Seahawks, who were a young and fast team and knew how to keep the ball away from Troy. But that wouldn't affect the Pittsburgh's strong defense as they won 21-10. It would be their fifth Super Bowl win in franchise history, also the first Super Bowl win in 26 years. In the next 2 years, Pittsburgh had some disappointing seasons, missing the playoffs and losing in the wild card. But for Troy, he had some things to be happy about, making the Pro Bowl back-to-back years and being one of the top safeties in the NFL. Then in the 2008 season, Troy had 73 tackles, and the Steelers finished 12-4 and defeated the Chargers in the divisional playoffs. Next, they played the Ravens, and Troy got the game-winning interception, and the Steelers were on their way to another Super Bowl.
Picked off Polamalu. Polamalu going right. The field is open. Aaron Smith shields. Flacco. Polamalu takes it home. Super Bowl 43. Pittsburgh might be bound for that thanks to number 43.
In Super Bowl 43 against the Arizona Cardinals, Troy had to face Kurt Warner and especially Laird Fitzgerald. In the fourth quarter, Warner found ways to work around the Pittsburgh defense, giving the Cardinals a 23-20 lead in the fourth quarter, until a late 88-yard drive and an amazing catch by Santonio Holmes gave Pittsburgh the victory. The Steelers won 27-23, making this their sixth Super Bowl win, the most in NFL history. In 2009, in the opening game, Troy injured his left knee and would be out for 4 weeks. However, he attempted to play afterwards but was still injured. Pittsburgh suffered greatly without him. At one point, they lost 5 games in a row, including a loss to their rival, the Cleveland Browns. Their first loss to them in 6 years. They eventually rebounded and won the remaining 3 games of the year, but came up short, finishing disappointing 9-7. but Troy will be ready to play again for the 2010 season.